Matilda.
Oh shit! I forgot. That means I gotta start playing the music.
I thought we were gonna have a little conversation. You don't want to have a
Who
conversation.
was I talking to other than you?
I don't know.
Who else would have known that?
Ready to go to war?
My bad. My bad.
Who else? Who else
fault,
is
my
a
fault.
media professional that would know what rolling sound meant?
Yo, I blinked out for a second. My bad.
They can't stop me. I'm still.
Yo, is Bye 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 NSYNC a classic?
Absolutely.
It's definitely a classic.
It's a classic for all. Right?
Yes. It transcends its genre.
Okay.
I performed Bye 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 at a talent show.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
I would
It
love
is.
to see that.
I remember.
I did. It was me and my sister.
What about Back That Ass Up by Juvenile?
Of course.
That's a
it
hood
is.
classic and a classic.
Of course.
Overall classic or just hood
Yeah, I
classic?
think it's an overall classic because white girls be going crazy in the club.
White
Because all you hear is
shit.
dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's an overall classic.
But
But it was definitely a hood classic first. We knew it was a classic before the rest of the world knew it was a classic.
Yeah.
We made it a classic. We championed that song so much
For sure.
that it became a classic.
Okay.
Especially black
sound-
women. Shout out
the
to
sound.
black women. They know when shit's good.
What about Bohemian Rhapsody
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
classic.
sorry?
By Queen?
by Queen?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma
Yes.
mia.
What's that?
You know it if you hear it.
Yeah, you would know.
You definitely know it if you hear it.
Yeah.
I'm just a boy. They also did. You know what? You know what they did. You know what they that the song that they
We Are
they also
Champions.
did. Okay, we did the
Okay.
stop.
I know you're talking about.
Just
We Will Rock You.
Yes.
Yo, they got three classics.
they got a couple of
We will. Yeah, they did that too.
Dang. Shout outs to Queen.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Frankie Mercury.
Amen. Banter. Okay.
Freddie.
So I have a friend who was talking to me about dowries. Y'all know what a dowry is?
No,
Yes.
I don't recall.
So a dowry is, and I think I'm saying the word right. It is dowry. And I don't know what other cultures do this, but I know in the African culture, when you want to marry a woman of I don't want to say African culture. That's ignorant. She's from Zimbabwe, so I'm gonna go with Zimbabwe culture. They have to. The man needs to pay a dowry to the family.
Yeah.
In order to marry, in
Yeah.
order to get approval to marry. It's in American culture. It's something similar would be a ring and getting permission from the father.
No,
right? Actually, no, it's not even the same.
It's
not the
actually it's kind of like signing a prenup saying that if anything happens, like this money right here is yours. Regardless of whatever is happening, this is for you. Usually you provide it to the family, and the family is supposed to just keep it in the event anything ever happens to the husband or she has to leave. That's for her.
From my understanding, that's probably one way of doing it, but from what she explained to me, you just got to pay the family.
Yeah, you pay for the family,
you
and the
gotta buy
idea
It's
is
not,
that
but it's
You
not
got-
no just in case
you gotta-
policy. It's
you
like
gotta
that's
buy
their
your way
money.
into the
You're
family.
buying your wife.
yes, but I'm some families also like they don't need that money because they usually some of these families are wealthy, so they understand that they're doing this for tradition,
Yeah.
but that money is not always also just needed for the family doesn't need to use it, so it's also used
In her
as,
situation, the family did. use
yeah,
it.
yes,
Okay.
and that's why a lot of the families marry, and sometimes it's not really a love thing. It's we need to make this work because we need money. So I totally understand that. But there are, even like back in the day, they did it. It's not even just in African culture. They did it back in the day when you married in European culture. You had
That's
to
why
pay.
I said
in
they
order to
might do
marry.
this in other cultures. I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
talking to someone from Zimbabwe
Okay.
who told me this.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be ignorant by saying all African, because some all African cultures might not do this.
Hey, does that apply to if America wants to marry?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Nice.
She is she's from Zimbabwe, and her husband is American.
Yes.
And the American husband had to pay the dowry
Yes.
to marry her, right? So
How much is that in USD?
That's funny. But my banter question is, I look at a dowry as like how much you're worth. So, how much you think you guys are worth? If someone wanted to marry Mr. Rent Money, if somebody wants to marry Gigi, how much are they paying?
Putting value on my life, Greg.
Huh?
I said you putting value on my life.
Hey, that's what they would do if you was in Zimbabwe.
All right, is this just value or can it be like
Give
land?
me a number. I want a number. I want a whole number. What's the price tag?
Wait, but value for what? Like I'm not gonna be out here just.
You
Yeah.
you putting you putting too much into this.
Well, you're selling me, Greg. I need to put. I have to think this through.
A nigga wants to marry you, but in order to marry you, he has to pay a dowry.
Yes.
How much is it?
You're asking how much money would I pay?
No, and vice versa. A woman wants to marry you, but she has to pay a dowry. What's the price?
Is that usually a thing? Does that
Damn.
work?
It can be. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's really just on the.
Damn.
This is just a question.
Okay, but I'm okay. You know, you're right. I'm sorry. Because now I just keep trying to think about how much I want to give to my family for me.
I guess
That's what it comes down to.
That's a good way of looking at it. Because I was just thinking about how much am I worth? Like,
No, because
that's what I was thinking about. But that's a good way of thinking about it too.
Yeah.
I think if I look at myself as a business, then you want to buy me.
Yeah.
It has to be 10 times my yearly pay.
Nah, I ain't even doing that
That's
because
too much.
I'm not even.
I just want a round number.
Okay, I'm doing 3
What
million.
if your yearly pay is $5?
That's what I was saying.
Okay,
3 million.
okay.
I'm gonna just say 3 million. I think tax free.
Okay.
And if you could give me some land, I'll knock off 500 on there.
Y'all hear that, people? $3 million to marry Gigi.
And land.
Oh, it got to be in land, not in money.
No, and land. I'll knock off 500
50
if you
acres.
provide me land.
So you want to knock on $500,000?
No, $500.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I would drive up 500,000 if I
So
got land.
$2.5 million in land to marry Gigi.
Yes, in land.
What's it gonna cost to marry you, Mr. Rent Money?
I feel like I'm like $2.52 for me. I was just being. funny.
I would say 0 because
What? Yeah,
That's good.
You hear that, people?
That's good.
I like that.
Love don't cost a thing.
No.
Listen, it's
But it definitely paid the bills, I can tell you
$0
that.
because I'm not marrying no woman that proposed to me.
But she wants you.
I didn't even think about that.
What? Wait, why not?
Nah,
Nah, I'm not accepting that, Jack.
I agree.
What?
You guys are.
Nah, yo.
Listen, propose to me. I want to be swept off my feet too, niggas. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
That ain't the time or place.
That's a whole other topic and a whole other day. But so $0
I want land. Give me some land.
to marry Mr. Rent Money. How about you, Blaze?
Fuck.
You got $5 in the drain.
I don't know, like 4 Bitcoin. Like that shit.
Do the math. I need a number. I'm not.
Fuck, I don't have a number. I'm priceless, nigga.
Okay.
I thought that too, but obviously you're giving me monetary value.
All right, okay. Damn.
I'm just saying. What's up?
$500,000.
500,000.
500,000
to marry you.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
500,000.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I like that. So I thought about this. Of course I have.
Okay.
I'm great.
Yeah, $7.82.
Oh shit.
If that's what you believe. But I'm great. And when you want me, you get a lot.
Yes. $27.
So I'm gonna go with $1 million for every decade I've been here.
That's amazing. Shout out to you. So we're on the
that's
same.
3 million.
Greg.
Yeah.
But I'm getting land. I'm gonna have land, Greg. I'm gonna have land that I can make more money.
You realize the dowry doesn't go to you.
Doesn't matter.
So
That's
the
my
land
legacy.
is not yours.
Yes, it is.
No, it's your family's.
No, and that's my family is mine. What do you
Is
mean?
it?
Yes.
You also have to take in consideration that you're marrying this person, and now they are X amount of dollars less rich. You feel me? Like,
That's not my problem. My problem is that
but it is your problem.
No, the
because now
dowry.
you're living
but
with
the-
this person who now has significantly less money.
No, the dowry only works if you're able to do it. If you can't do it, then you're not gonna pay it. You're gonna find somebody else that you can afford the dowry for.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. Once you find out what a dowry, be like, look, you look good, but I don't got that horse, mule, and that land for you, boo. Either you could take the 20 G's and this dick, or no. No, thank you. My family needed 2.5 in land. Because if shit get real, we got 2.5 in land. And if we don't, my family still got 2.5 in land. And my kids have 2.5 in land. And they kids,
Yo,
maybe they might not have
how
2.5,
much
but they'll
homie
definitely
paying
have
for his
land.
wife? That's some disrespectful shit to ask.
But that's, I
Hey, yo,
think,
how much you pay for? How much you pay for that over there?
you know, I got that 2 for 5 special.
Disrespectful.
So yeah, for me, 1 million per decade
Okay.
because of that means I got experience. So
All right, so we're in the same boat. The only thing is that like I'm just gonna have land because, you know, I want us to be able to build.
Your family is going to have land.
That's me.
No, you are now you are now essentially a part of this man's family.
Yes.
You cannot that's not yours.
Yes, it can be. It's mine.
It's not yours, yo.
Yes, it is.
It's not yours.
If
now
I go
you
over
are
there-
now with this man and you are living off of his financial stuff,
Yes.
that land is not yours.
The point of
It's
the
your
dowry
family.
is that
No.
okay, yes, it's for my family, but God, if anything happens to my husband, God forbid my husband passes away, my family has land and 2.5 million. We're gonna
That's
be
if they
okay.
didn't sell it and spend the money.
They wouldn't.
why wouldn't they?
Because this was the plan after we already planned what the dowry is. We set the dowry, they decide to pay.
But what if
No,
they run
no,
into some
but he's,
financial hardships and need to use it?
Well, my parents.
How you gonna make your own dowry? And he made the standards of the dowry. He made the standards.
What was the
It
standards?
wasn't. You're warping this in the shape.
Wait, how?
of
What do you
your
mean?
own
What do you mean?
image.
What did I do?
The dowry is not for you to have something to fall back on.
Okay, the expectation of a dowry is for my family. But what is the point of the dowry?
Payment.
It's payment.
Yes, but can you search? You don't want to search the idea of? I'll even do it too.
We can. I didn't care
Because
to, but-
if it's my family, but like I said, God forbid anything happens to my husband. In the event it doesn't, yes, that's my family. That's fine. But if anything happens to my husband, that's the point.
What if your family's like, oh, he should have had life insurance. We spent that shit.
Because life insurance wasn't a thing during.
But I'm just saying, you're like, you put yourself in, in this scenario, and like, there's so many curveballs. Like,
What do you mean?
What if your family did what they want to do with the money? And this is like years later. You talk about your husband dies.
Okay.
What is this time span? This is where
Yeah,
between.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, this is not like you're making it seem like I'm gonna have a disconnect with my family where all of a sudden 10 years later I pop up and like I don't know what's happening. Obviously, this is where there's a tight knit where I know what's happening in my family.
So technically, she's right. The dowry is a protection plan.
Okay. All right. I was just saying we had the facts.
It's okay.
We didn't have the facts.
Because I get what you're saying. The expectation is not for me to go. This is not for me. It's for but in the event that it's happening, you remember you're removing a contributing member of your family. This money that you could have made, that's the idea. It's like when the money that you could have made or you could have put into the family, you're removing that from me. I need you to make us whole again by removing this person.
So now that you have Mr. Rent-Money, now that you have an understanding of what the dowry is for, it's for protection if anything was to go wrong with the marriage. Or is your number still 0?
It's definitely still 0.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think my price is different.
What's your price now?
It's definitely $5 million.
Ah.
You got to put $5 million on that because I could definitely make that $5 million and contribute it to my family.
I'm still going my 1 million per decade.
So now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah, now
'cause
that I know what it
that
is,
you know.
you feel me? I'm gonna switch it up.
So
Yeah,
we
it's
was gonna
definitely
be
gonna
okay
be like
anyway,
5 mil.
family, and we was gonna have land so we can reinvest.
In my friend's situation, she told her, because the family actually makes the dowry price. It's not her. It's not the individual. It's the family.
And that makes sense because they're trying to see what, like I said, it's like you're moving a contributing member to our family. What are we missing that you are going to be able to?
She told her family, don't make it too high for him.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope.
No, that's usually the intentions. Why are you literally going above and beyond? Why, if I know that you afford,
If I wanted to put a dowry on Ava,
yeah,
I don't want her to ever get married, so I'm going to make it high.
And that's the problem, is that now she's not even going to follow your tradition. She's going to go get married anyway, and now you're going to be mad. Because the idea that now you're setting an expectation,
Nope.
you're setting an expectation for her that if no one could ever meet this number, not saying that her value is lower, but this is my person. I've decided on this person. Like, the dowry is for the past, where people had to depend on a more wealthier families when we're making this bond. But now we understand that everybody is like mostly independent, and we are able to take care of our families, and if not, be able to work together to be able to take care of each other's families. But then to know that I lost my train of thought as I turned over and I looked at you, Greg. Okay, sorry y'all. I don't know what happened. I was on it and then I forgot where I was going.
Did you see the latest episode of Snowfall?
I did. Stop! I hate when you bring up stuff that could have been my new dialogue, and now I just be like, now I got to think of something else.
All right, we good. But y'all good?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
Why?
What was that noise?
You're wrong. Gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
I'm not in denial.
Allow that shit to it's multiplied.
I could have kept going. I had all the lung breath today. Pause. Woo! Welcome to Convo 68
Yeah,
of Just a
68.
Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rip Money, Gigi. I am the person that talked first. I am Greg, and I'm joined by my brother, Mr. Rent Money. Mr. Rent Money is Bop. Mr. Rent Money, how you doing, my good sir?
I'm here. Never there. Everywhere. I put it together. Ones and twos.
What? And I was like, knick knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. I was like, wow, one fish.
Hey, the man who sleeps on the floor can't fall off his bed.
That's true. That's true.
Sounds like he don't even got a bed.
But
if
they
he's sleeping
will
on the
not
floor.
get a comfortable sleep.
It depends.
You ever slept on the floor with your shoulder? I like to sleep on my side, so that shit is not comfortable.
Imagine being outside, though.
I can't. I don't want to either.
No, I think I would try camping, so I would be open to it.
No, camping is different. He talk about just sleeping outside.
Like taking a nap on a bench?
Yeah, outside in the elements, yeah.
Nah.
But and the elements would be camping, no?
You're in a tent.
Yeah, but you still have refuge, which is a tent.
Oh, you're saying that like you talking about people that wrapped up like cocoons under like libraries,
Yeah.
banks.
Penn Station.
Oh, okay.
And dang, my bad. It was joined by our sister Gigi. Gigi, how's it going?
Oh, that put a little damper in my spirit.
You started talking before anybody had a chance. That's nobody's fault but yours.
Hi everyone.
You started talking before I had a chance to introduce
Oh
you.
my god. Hi. Words. My week was okay. It was good. I felt like I got some things done. Blaze, we still gotta talk, but outside of that, it's been. This weather was crappy this week, and with my body parts, it wasn't it wasn't friends. I wasn't in the greatest spirits. With energy this week, but I've spent time with some dope people that I can say that was amazing. My friend, actually my best friend, is getting married next year, so I
Nice.
did spend some time with her and some of her good friends that came down to visit and kind of getting her wedding things together. And I'm just getting like this whole vibe, like my best friend really getting married. Damn, life is moving so fast. But congratulations to her, and I had a really great time, and it feels good. I love black love. I love love, actually. But that was my
Are
week.
you a hopeless romantic?
I want to be.
Yeah, you definitely can't be a hopeless romantic.
What do you mean?
You too critical or analytical of a thinker.
I'm not. I want to just love. I want to fall into someone and drown in them.
You need it to make sense.
Only makes sense. That's a defense mechanism.
Then you can't be a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, but I want to be a hopeless romantic. You just
What you want and what you are two different things.
But I can work on what I want if I know what I am.
Okay, and we are joined by our amazing engineer,
He be
K
trying to play
Blaze,
me, y'all.
the Mad Genius. And
don't
like I
like it.
said, people, if you want quality audio, like how we get every week, hit this man on Twitter, Blaze versus your mom, because he is disrespectful like that. Yeah. Well, you gave us how your week was. Mr. Rent Money, how was your week, my good sir?
My week went well. Thank you for asking, sir.
Greg.
Wait.
Greg.
What? That shit was too proper for me, yo. Yo,
How was your week, Greg?
my week was weird, yo. Like, just I was down but inspired at the same time. Like, it was mad weird. But two things I would say was the highlight of my week. One, so every time I drive to Jersey City from my house, I pass the cemetery on West Side.
That's where my grandmother is buried. She's buried in the mausoleum.
Oh, for real?
Like she's like in
Actually, I knew that. You told me that.
yeah.
Yeah. So Ava started asking questions about the cemetery and death, and I don't like talking about death with a 4-year-old.
Especially with like the last year that has happened.
Yeah. So that was like, I kept like trying to switch the topic, but that girl was on like.
She's on the money.
I
y'all.
don't. That was the most uncomfortable conversation I think I've ever had.
What was her question? What did she ask?
She was like, so people, she said, so people go there? Who puts them there? And they stay there forever?
You know, they come back on Tuesdays.
And then she started talking about like, I hope you and mommy don't die. I was like, nope.
Oh.
No. Can't, no.
Oh, but I mean, she's having the conversation.
At 4?
Yeah.
And no. That was mad uncomfortable for me.
It's okay.
No, I ain't like that.
Your girl she's growing up.
I get that. I do. Ever since she
Realizing
turned
her
4.
Yeah.
No, see, nah. That's just,
And even not hers, her parents.
Parents' mortality.
Yeah.
yeah, it's more about just other people around her. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily
Right,
she
right.
ain't talking about herself.
But also understanding that, like, even if she hasn't, like, has she gone to any of the services that have?
No.
Okay. Does she know?
No,
Okay. Well.
I don't know. I as a parent, I try to. She's gonna experience negative things in life.
Yeah.
Like, that's just gonna happen.
But like right now.
But right now, I don't want negative thoughts.
I agree. I think as a child, I don't think I was going until like I got a little bit older too. So I don't think it was just
Yeah.
like, unless it was like someone that was like,
like you
yeah,
gotta be there.
yeah. So I understand.
But yeah, I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. And we was driving to Jersey City a lot this week, and every time we passed it, my stupid self should have took a different way, of course, eventually. But I wasn't, and yeah. But the other thing was today was a really nice day, like beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
I was driving around with the windows down, blasting music.
Yeah. Oh, I see you back there. You were singing along with the song.
I was.
I can see it.
and I'm not going to tell you what I was listening to and singing out loud.
The Backstreet
but
Boys.
It was on
NSYNC.
those lines.
I feel like that.
I definitely created a pop playlist this week.
I like it.
And have been going ham
Shout
in my
out to
car
you.
singing these shits.
You gotta let it go. Like Frozen.
Do you realize Wrecking Ball is the only song, I think, in history that you could listen to if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're mad?
What's
No, there's
that?
a lot of songs
What's
you can do
Wrecking
that you
Ball?
can listen to that you're happy, sad, or mad.
By Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh.
If they played in movies too, which is so.
Like, you can literally play that song in any situation and it will fit.
No, the other song too.
What?
The Katy Perry song. Did you ever feel?
Fireworks?
Yeah.
Not more than Wrecking Ball to me.
Oh my gosh.
Nah.
Light the
light
light, just let it shine.
Yo,
Just
that's been my playlist.
me.
Just on the night.
Get it, Greg.
Like the 4th of July.
'Cause baby, you're fine.
Yo,
I wonder who wrote that
all
song.
week. I don't know. Pop songs
pretty
are
good
really
song.
catchy,
It makes
yo.
me happy. I have a pop list too.
Yo.
And I have like it's Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Britney Spears. I have everyone on there. Pink.
When that bass line to everybody. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. That shit is yo. I was enjoying my pop
Did
playlist.
you listen to The Call by Backstreet Boys? Oh, you would have liked that too if you like everybody.
Maybe. I was just thinking all the songs that I knew of.
No, that's a good feeling, Greg.
And one other. If y'all want to get any pop playlist, but if you have a pop playlist and you don't have this song in there, you bugging. But since you've been going by Kelly Clarkson, that's my shit.
I believe that.
That's my shit.
I can't breathe for the first time.
I'm not gonna do it. So, shall we jump into
Thanks
some
to you.
topic?
Now I get what I want.
So I'll start us off this week. I was listening to BTG for President. That is our friend of the show, Baylor's podcast.
Hi, Baylor.
And Baylor, he's a really funny dude. That's the reason why that's the mainly reason why I tap into his podcast. But Gigi was on his latest episode. Where they was talking about all these different conspiracy theories out there. And it got me thinking, why do people put so much thought into conspiracy theories? So that was my first thought, but then I landed on this is pointless. Like, there's so many other things that we could be focusing our thoughts and attention to, but there are people who actively think about conspiracy theories, and I think it is a waste of time. You could be doing something way more productive. I would love to hear your thoughts on one. I guess I got to put a question out there. Do you think it's a waste of time to think about conspiracy theories?
How you're talking to the
I know.
conspiracy.
Yep.
No, I say no. I think that the idea that we challenge our reality, just even if we're able to prove it or not, just expands that we are not controlled. Like, our minds can actually think for itself and it can expand. And if we didn't have the possibility of people using their imagination or the thought process outside of the box, we wouldn't have a lot of innovations that we have today. And even on top of that, conspiracy theories through time have, not all, of course, but some have been proven to be true.
For sure.
We've seen climate, the weather manipulation. We've seen, what else did I say? I feel like didn't I run through a list of things?
Only one I remember was weather manipulation.
There's other conspiracy theories that came out to be true as well. Right?
Of course, there's bad conspiracy theories.
I feel like I was running through
aliens.
Like the
Oh yeah,
CIA,
I was like, yeah, aliens. We know that the aliens are real.
at the FBI being involved in the murders of
course,
Malcolm X
and Martin Luther King. Like,
Yeah,
of
it's
course,
finding out the government was actually the source of why we have so much coke in the United States.
absolutely.
So it's just like, so the idea that if you're not paying attention to things that are around you and it's blatantly in your face and you don't question it, it's like you're basically just saying like, yes, I'm okay with everything that's happening.
I don't. I believe you should question things because I question things. My thing is, why stay there? Like, why keep your brain space there where there's other things you can think about?
But why do you think your brain space is just focused on that? That's just a avenue of a thought process, letting you know that you're not sitting here just worrying about everything that has been taught to us. Now I'm realizing that, again, even when it comes to like the Mandela effect on that episode, Mandela effect is saying that the idea that there's one side of the world that believes this happened and there's another side of the world that believes this happened, and for some reason we can't prove that either of them happened. And so, like the Monopoly guy, like I brought up to you guys, the idea that if we thought about the Monopoly guy on the Monopoly game, or even just the money bag guy, you're automatically putting a monocle on him. When you think about money, you think about monocle in the top hat. Am I wrong?
I mean, sure.
For Monopoly, am I wrong?
Right.
As you're growing up, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking, you see him, even when it comes to McDonald's. Remember, he even had like the rip-off things on the
I don't
on
think
the
about
cups.
that. I don't care about it.
But that's the idea of why these things are so crucial, is because if you're not paying attention to that, these little things, that these blips of things that are happening in our lives, is just letting you know that there is some type of manipulation that's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not paying attention to these little things, there could be big things that are changing that you're not paying attention to either. You're just assuming that that's just how it's always been. And it's just like, but no.
I disagree with that. I think you don't have to pay attention to the little things and only pay attention to the big things.
But where do you think that they think that it's okay for us to change the big things if they haven't done little things before? If you're not able to prove to me that Monopoly guy had a monocle, except that my thought process, in my mind, that man had a monocle. But I can look back in time. I can search it, especially because the internet is basically a source of a lot of our information outside of what we can tangibly have. And I can't find that anywhere.
You know, it may just be because monocles normally go with a top hat. Just
But-
if you take away the Monopoly guy, just in general.
Yes.
If you see someone with a top hat, they typically have a monocle and some type of pocket watch with the chain.
Yeah.
You know.
That's usually how wealthy people of a certain age, that's how they present
Yes,
themselves.
but
for
even
sure.
as a child, remember, like, even though we're not associating to it, this is a game. This is not like, oh, we're watching a TV show. This is a game that we just play. And in our minds, we already see this little tiny man in a black outfit, hat, monocle. That's what you see. And now you're looking at the box. You're like, there's no monocle on this man.
I do have a response for that, but I do want you to jump in because you're the conspiracy theorist of the show. Why do you put so much thought process into it?
It's fun.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
that.
I can accept that answer. I really can.
Da-na-na-na.
It's really, really fun, pushing the limit, which may be contrary to what the masses may think, but just using a bit of logic for me is fun, because I can sit in a room full of people who use logic, but not when it comes to something that is not on the news.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's fun because of how blatant it is. Oh, a lot of these conspiracy theories that are laughed at are blatant, and they're in our faces. So why not just invest in a little time into just seeing, what is this? What are these theories really about? Why are people putting so much time into these outrageous, no matter how extreme they may sound, weather control, just for example, as we said, that sounds crazy for someone to be able to manipulate the weather but it's actually true. Like even if you just concentrate on that alone, like how that was just laughed at, and now we know it's a reality, and still there are people who actually believe that's a conspiracy theory. Still, it's
That's because he's stupid.
you know that's the reason why I gotta put a little time into conspiracy theories.
I want to advance this a little bit more because I believe, like I said, I believe in questioning everything. I do believe you should question things. I question religion all day long.
Yeah.
So I'm not against conspiracy theories. My thing is, the people who, one thing that y'all spoke about was a simulation, right? And if you, and for the extremists, I'm a label them extremists. The extremists who walk around saying like none of this isn't real. This is all just a simulation. Their conspiracy theory is that this is like the world that we live in is not a real world. Like they say there's a metaverse, but we already in a metaverse. Like those people, why continue to live then? If you think this ain't real, why continue to live?
Because that doesn't take away the fact that you want to live because you don't think the world is real.
For me, it would. If I'm not real, if you telling me my flesh ain't real,
Yeah.
my thoughts ain't real, my talent ain't real, if you tell me none of this ain't real,
Yeah.
I don't want to live. No, what's the point of me living?
Because that means you just believe somebody just told you that the world ain't real and you're just like, okay.
So you should wait.
That's actually crazy.
Wait. So you gotta. So it's a conspiracy theory in the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, because I can the idea that this is why the world it is what it is your beliefs is what makes it what it is that these people that believe that they're in a simulation believe that they're in a simulation. It doesn't matter what anyone else is saying.
Wait, you fucked me up.
How?
Hold up.
How?
Because if the person thinks that they're in a simulation,
And I tell you, like, we're in a simulation, Greg. Everything that you're doing in your life means nothing. And the idea that I told you that and you believe me, and now we both believe that we're in a simulation, that's on you, Greg. That's not on the world.
nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Now you about to go kill yourself because somebody said that your skin ain't real. You like, you know what? It's not. That
So the
blood that
conspiracy
you
theorist
bleeding
who
is not real.
believes
Those
that-
bills you're not paying,
Wait.
not real.
So the conspiracy theorists who believe that we're in a simulation
yes.
because at that point it's not a conspiracy to them because they believe it.
Yeah.
So then if they say, I'm confused because I'm really trying to put thought to words.
I'm here
I
with
really
you.
am.
I'm here.
Right?
Go ahead.
Because in Greg's mind, if someone told Greg,
I'm gonna tell you right
that
now.
sound crazy.
Greg, no, I'm gonna do it. Greg, this is not real.
I'm killing myself.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you that I need you to do more research. I need you to not just bank on the idea that someone just told you because they believe it. And they gave you.
But even if I've done thank you, because now you've helped me clear up my thoughts a little bit more.
Okay, because I want you to be safe,
the person
Greg.
who has done research,
Okay.
and figured out that this is a simulation.
Yeah. Now, where does their research come from, Greg? I need you to also understand that too.
Nope. That's my point. Like, what do you think? Why are we thinking so much about this
Greg,
shit?
because now you just told me that someone's gonna tell you that this is a simulation. You're gonna believe them. You're gonna go kill yourself. I'm telling you that, Greg, that the idea that they believe something doesn't change your beliefs, right? So,
Yo, this is fucking me up. I'm not
how?
going to
I
hold
still
you.
don't understand.
I don't understand.
Because it's just like it's in a sense of in this instance, I don't want to really compare it to, but it's kind of like religion in a sense. It's based off your belief, and if I can make you believe based off what my book is telling me, and you're able to see truth in it, now we both believe we're in a simulation.
So my thing is for the people who do believe.
Yeah.
What's the point of keep playing the game of life?
Because the idea that you know that you're in a simulation means that there's something that there's controlling it. You can find a way to get out if you think that you're in a simulation.
So now you're living to get out?
Possibly. I don't think that everyone, just because if a mouse finds out that they're in a maze, they don't automatically want to kill themselves. They just find other ways to
I was talking
find
about.
food.
I'm speaking solely for myself.
And that's what I'm trying to say is that, Greg, if someone told you that we were in a simulation, I don't think that you would
Not
take
though
your
someone
life.
didn't tell me. If I've done the research,
Yeah.
and I've come to this conclusion,
Yeah.
like I'm going to feel like my life is pointless.
What do you mean it's pointless? Like, you have Ava.
That's pointless too. It's all of it is fake.
It's not.
It's all bullshit.
It's
So why
not.
do I continue to live?
Because just like a Sims game, it just like, even though it's controlled, they still have to do these things in order for it to happen.
How would you verify that it's not real?
I don't know.
He's
And
gonna-
I want
You just
I
off
want to
your shit,
leave.
like,
I
at
want to
this
leave. Like,
Just off your
Then he
shit.
goes into heaven and be like, Nick, what did you do? I thought they told me it was simulation. Now it's over now.
could you? I'm just saying, for people who are that was way too extreme. Clearly,
Just off his shit and end up in hell. Like, oh hell
that's,
no.
that's what the episode brought you to. That's what this episode brought you to.
it really did. Because I'm like, what if with all of there's so many conspiracy theories out there, right? When there is also so many truths out there, and now I'm just contradicting myself
Yes,
because if you believe, damn,
Yes,
I hate
because
when I do
the
that.
problem even with the conspiracy theory is that because there have been proven truths to some of the conspiracy theories is that we have a history that hasn't been fully told to us.
Yeah.
And
Got
so
it.
knowing that these conspiracy theories, as we keep going, even the alien thing, think about how many times they told us that we were just bugging. This is just something that we seen on TV. It's crazy. And now they were like, you know what? There are some aliens. Even the zombie thing. There are no zombies. What you mean? And now they're talking about how do you fight a zombie apocalypse? Here are the instructions. What do you mean? Why do
Right.
you give me instructions on how to
Why?
fight a zombie? I am
They just
not in a
putting
movie.
anything up
Yo,
there?
I'm waving a white flag, yo.
Now they about to tell us zombies are real too. It's my bad, y'all. We just
Because-
didn't want to tell y'all.
As I'm thinking about what I'm trying to get across, even when you think about, because I was going to say, why, instead of focusing on the conspiracy theory, why not focus on the cure for cancer? When researching, it's
You find out where even cancer come through the
Yeah.
conspiracy theory and why cancer has been
It's a
so much
food. Yeah.
financially.
It's
That's-
everything.
I waved the white flag. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
But thank you for listening to the episode, Greg. Truly, truly appreciate that. I think
Yeah.
Baylor would appreciate that too.
Because I got frustrated, listen. I was like, what the, why? Why is this a full conversation?
But you don't understand, like, there's
now-
different
yep.
aspects of this whole conspiracy theory thing.
I get it now.
It's crazy
I am on the side of the conspiracy theorist.
for today,
For
ladies
today.
and gentlemen.
I think some stuff is bullshit. So I'm gonna stand on those principles. But
That's okay. It
Some
only
things.
stank until you be like, oh yeah, you were right, Mr. Rent Money.
that's how I sound.
It depends if
That's
you
how you think I sound.
a little bit.
Trash.
Anyway, anywho, I did it. Is it my turn?
Go for it.
Yeah. My topic actually is not going to be any lighter than this, you guys. Actually, this is going to be one of those episodes where we outside, and I don't know if we're going back inside. But mine plays into. I was watching this show called Nip Tuck, you guys, and no, sorry, bring it back. This is not. This is Cruel Summer. It's a freeform show. Baylor actually put me on it. Baylor is he's really a friend of the show. He really is. He put me on this show.
Provide content. He ain't even here.
And Cruel Summer, and it's a dope show if you guys want to tap into it. I didn't think it would be something that I would just fall upon. But basically, it's just about a story about this girl that said she was kidnapped, and someone saw her. Someone saw her and didn't tell anyone, and she was kidnapped for a while until she was able to escape. But that's not the point of the topic. The topic is it plays into the idea that if you were married and you had a child and your spouse passed away and you remarry and you remarry, does that person have equal parental rights to your child? On paper or not on paper, in the household, non-household,
Yes.
all the bases.
Yes. If I married that woman, yes.
Yes. Should be able to treat the child like that it was their own.
Yes.
Okay. Even when it comes to reprimanding or discipline.
Well, provided that the only way we would be initially getting married is if we have an understanding of the system that we have on this side. So we would be good on that.
I understand that. And what about
would have an
reprimanding and
understanding.
discipline? You guys would have already talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Greg?
I thought I had a clear cut answer to this. I don't no more. Because thinking about the way that I was raised, as far as like my dad passed away, and though no, my mom is married. What I'm talking about, and even though I'm older now, and she married when I was older, I never looked at the dude as a father or anything like that. So I would say no. Depending on how young, like if I'm saying she because of course I have a daughter, because she knows her mom. I would want her to make that decision of how my wife treats her. She does need to respect her as my spouse. Like, you not just disrespect if she tells you, I need you to you go to your room kind of thing. You need to respect her in those situations. As far as I don't know, whatever she felt like only her mom could do, I would want her to get to that point where she trusts this woman to do that for her. Does that make sense?
Yes, but then what would be your expectation? Because I know that you're putting it on the child, but
My
remember,
expectation is just for her to respect her.
okay, but in the instance of you and your new spouse, like, okay, so in this situation, I'll give you more of the story. Is so they've been together for 10 plus years. They're married, and the mother has an argument with the daughter, and she hits her. The
daughter
father,
hits the
yes, and that's her biological daughter. The father is not the biological. The father is going to respond, but before he does, the mother says, "This is my child. I can do what I want." And at that moment, even the child kind of questions the idea, like, this is someone that I've looked at as a father figure throughout my life, because it's not like I have a parent that's still alive. My parent is gone, and this is the only person that I've seen as a father. And she pulls out the card that this is my kid. But this whole time we've been sharing parental, responsibilities until the moment you reprimand or you discipline your child.
So in that situation alone, no, I think it's the kid feel like that's her father. So the wife is wrong in that situation.
But it is her kid. How do you respond? Like, if I'm not the child's biological parent and they have an incident and the parent response to me is that that's not my kid, how am I supposed to combat that?
That is my kid. It depends on, for me, it really depends on what do you consider a parent? Like, you got sperm donors and you have fathers. You have women who pushed you out, and then you have mothers.
Yes.
Right? So if I'm if in that situation, if I am actively being dad,
Yes.
and the kid says that I'm their dad, I am their dad.
Yes, but now you're the parent. So just like you were saying, when you explained to me in the scenario earlier, you're saying that it's up to Ava. It's not even up to you. Mm-hmm. But in this scenario, I don't think you're not ever gonna put your hands on him. But you and Ava have an altercation.
Mm-hmm.
Your spouse wants to step in, but your response to your spouse is to step back because Ava's your daughter.
Yeah, I would be wrong in that situation.
Okay. And how would you?
If
feel about-
Ava recognizes her, like I said, if Ava recognizes this woman as her mother, or yeah,
But wouldn't that be the expectation once you like?
No.
This person. Okay. Yes, you're right. There's no expectation that the child's going to assume that this person is their parent. But your spouse is no longer here, so there's no reference to a parent outside of their. So it's not like they can go like I'm going to my mom's house. Mom's no longer here. This is the only mother figure that you're going to have in your life in this relationship. Mm-hmm. Still the same.
I hate to pull a you, but it really depends on when the biological mother passed away.
I understand because if it's older, then there's no.
Yeah.
It's different. But at crucial younger years, it'll be different because the.
Like if she has an idea of who her mother, like she knows, this is my mom.
Yeah.
Whether relation, because I'm gonna put this in there, whether relationship or not, if she has an understanding that this person is my mother and you're not, then my new wife or whatever needs to earn that from her. I can't say to Ava, this is your new stepmom.
But it is.
I don't believe in those things.
But I understand it, but it's just like, but then what happens if you decided that you are going to marry this person? You decide that this person is also going to be in your daughter's life.
I did, yeah.
And you've also trusted the idea that when you are not available, this person is going to make sure that Ava's okay.
Sure.
Okay. And so knowing that if there has to be any type of reprimand or discipline or things like that, like there's a parenting role that still needs to take place if there's no other parent, like I'm now that person's parent.
No, I'm saying that's a respect thing, and I think that's a given. That of course, like she needs to respect. When I'm thinking about like I guess bigger, like there's levels to like parenting situations that can arise, and my thing is whatever she feels like I said, and this is because only if she's already had a prior relationship. Now this is only if she had a prior relationship to her mom. If she feels like only my mom can do this, then I would need my spouse to respect that.
But how does that work when your mom's no longer here? So like an example of what the mom can only do. Give me an example.
Surface level, I'm going to just say,
Yeah.
this is just an example.
Yes.
Only my mom can touch my hair.
Okay. So I respect that. But you also know that you don't know how to really do her hair, but your spouse also needs to do her hair. And in this span, it's not like her mom can come back and say, hey, come, drop her off and I'll do her hair. Her mom doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be something that you would have a conversation with her about? Like, yes, that's how you feel, but
it's not a but because there's other solutions to that. We could take her to the hair salon. Like, it could just be that she doesn't want this woman to do her hair because then it's going to feel like she's replacing her mom.
Yeah, the age does matter. Like the time that the parent passed away.
yeah.
Because it's two different conversations. If the child only knows this woman as her stepmom, then that's a totally different conversation. If she knew her mom all her life, and then next thing you know, she passed away, and here's this new lady that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, trying to play mom. I can understand that.
Different conversation.
Yeah, so and I'm only giving you a response based on how I would hope. If I'm dead and gone, my child would be like the kind of the level of respect that the next man, like it would be foolish of me to think that another man isn't going to I don't want to say try to father, but like it's going to be in her life.
Yes.
Right. But I'm her dad.
Yes, and I'm
dead,
I don't think
dead or alive.
I don't think that's and I don't think I would ever think that the idea of someone being in someone's lives when their parent has passed away means they're trying to replace them. And again, age is crucial, and I don't think that it's supposed to happen overnight. I don't think that now that I've married this person, I'm gonna the child automatically sees me as their mother. Maybe sometime it happens where they've built a bond,
For sure.
but that's not always expected. But over time, and in this aspect, again, like it was like they've been together for 10 plus years at this moment, and I want to say she was maybe like 16 or 17 at this time, so she's like 5 when her dad passes away, and this man has now entered into her life. So even though yes, she does understand that she has a father, she also understands that in her crucial time as growing up and finding like her identity, and even she has had this man in her life for years. Mm-hmm. And so I thought about the idea, if it was me, yes, older, I don't think I can see the idea that I'm gonna try to explain to you how to parent a child that already knows who their parent is. Respect, absolutely. But like Mr. Rent Money said as well, like if I've decided, especially if my child is young and my significant other had passed away, and I've decided that I'm going to remarry, I've already made a decision that this person is going to be crucial, and they've established something or have a relationship with my child. I'm not going to go into it and now they are supposed to meet them. I want to see this dynamic work before I even decide, like, yes, I'm going to marry this person, because knowing that, like, you are now going to play a father role in my child's life. You're now going to be this prominent figure, whether they know who their father is or not, that they may want to go to, especially if I have a son, like who they want to talk to. I need to trust that this person that I'm going to be with will be with me on this whole journey called life with me and my child.
So can I ask you this? Let's say you're at age 5, this person enters your life, right? This new father figure enters your life. You're 12.
You said at age 5. Oh, you said I'm 12 now. Okay.
You're 12 now.
Yeah.
And you say, I don't know, this is just surface level. I don't want you to parent me. You're not my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, like, this is what you're saying to the dude.
Yeah.
How would you want what's the response from the mom?
Okay. You're telling me that I'm the kid?
You're the kid.
I'm the kid, and you would say, what would my mom say to me when I'm saying that to the guy?
What would you want the response from the mom to be?
That no one is replacing your dad. No one will ever replace your dad. Mm-hmm. This is a man that wants to love you as much as your dad can, but no one will ever love you as much as your dad. But this is someone that wants to be in your life.
But you don't want him to.
What? I don't want him to replace your dad?
No, you don't want him to be your parent. You don't want to look at him as a father, nothing.
But then what has happened? Because I'm at 5. We at 5 and 12. Something happened.
Anything could happen.
No. If my child from 5 to 12 now begins to tell me that there's someone that has been in their life, now this is 7 years, that they're now telling me that they no longer want to see this person as a father figure, we need to talk.
My thing is, let me just try to hammer home the point. The point I was trying to get to is that, like, even in those adolescent years, like from 5 to 12, I think the kid is choosing to let that person be a parent to them. Like,
we can't choose for the children what they want. That's something I understand that completely. Mm-hmm. Because that wasn't my question, was for children. We can't speak for the children because they always will have a choice. For sure. My saying, but you also have a choice of the person that's going to be in your child's life and what role they're going to play in your child's life. So my question to you is, what role are you allowing them to play in your child's life once you realize that your spouse, that your child has known to be their mother or father, no longer is present? So it's not like, hey, I want to be with you, but this person had, like, my daughter or my son has a mother or father. Like,
got you.
I'm telling you that.
So to answer your question directly, I would allow them to be
a parent. Yes.
But it's not even a but. To answer the
question,
it's
not about, I can understand that the child will maybe even fight it, because at that point, their understanding is, I know who my father and mother is. You're not. I get that.
Yeah. I would allow them to be a parent.
Yes, and you said you would too. What about you, Blaze?
I think it's all depending on the age as well. Let's take my life for example. My mom remarried when I was 17. Was not calling that man, who now that I love and respect, my father. That's
Yeah.
just out of the question, especially because my father was in my life. So, yeah. I don't think I need to say anything more about that.
I understand that, but and that's key. But this is also, God forbid, I don't want to put that on you. But this is in the idea, because knowing that a parent is there and you're with someone else, the dynamic is different. I don't need you to parent a parent because that person has a parent. But what happens when that parent is not there?
It still depends on when
And the age
time,
group.
yes,
Okay,
the time
okay.
when that parent goes on to glory or whatever.
So can I follow
Yeah,
up?
of course.
So you're 17. I don't like to ask those kind of questions. I'm not going to ask that kind of question.
Ask
But you're
the question.
17, right? And because we are assuming that your mom has allowed this man to be in your life. And
I mean,
are you going to allow him to parent you? At that age, what is parenting?
at that age, you done missed the boat. Like, I'm already on my way to adulthood at that point. Like,
You don't think you need a parent at 17?
You do for guidance, but I'm talking about, like, parenting, what you're doing right now.
I think parenting is parenting. Like,
No, but I'm talking about the in depth, because as the child gets older, it's like parenting comes less and less.
at 17, right?
Okay.
That's when the drinking conversation happens, or even sometimes the sex conversation happens. Those are big parenting moments.
Do I want this other man to be talking to me about sex?
At 17.
Hell fucking no. I don't want to hear what he has to say.
So you wouldn't allow it, even though your mom is saying he can be another parent for you.
At 17, you can make your own decisions.
No, you can't. I don't agree with that.
Your own life decision. You already are making your own life decision. You're going off to college.
Not all the time.
Well,
But even if you're going off to college, there's still parenting involved in that.
This is true. I understand that. But the type of parenting that
I'm just
would
playing
have
devil's
to,
advocate.
okay, the type of parenting that would have to happen before we even get to this point, you need to be in my life at the point where I need to learn right from wrong in order for me to accept what you have to say when I'm 17 years old. Does that make sense?
It does, but it doesn't at the same time. Because if this dude has entered your life, let's say at 17,
Yeah.
no, that he entered your life at 15. Because I'm gonna hope that it's been some time that you got a chance to get to know the nigga. Because I don't think a boyfriend
Not
should
when
be a
you look at
parent.
that
Never.
Like a boyfriend should not be. It should be someone. There is a marital commitment.
Yeah.
Is the only person that should be given the permission to parent. So I'm gonna say he entered your life at 15. And he's been nothing but good to you and your mom and everybody. So now she's marrying him, and now you're 17.
Okay.
You're not gonna allow him to parent?
Is my father still alive?
No.
How long has my father been dead?
I don't know.
Wow, I don't.
That
wanna do
makes
this.
it. That
don't
makes
even
all
wanna
the
do this.
difference.
I
If my
don't
pops just died when I was like 11, and he's in my life at 15, and now I'm 17.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No, like you're just the dude. Like, what's up?
Wait, no, 11 is still too early.
Yo, 11. My pops dies when I'm fully aware of the world by 11.
No, you're not.
I'm aware of death.
Okay, you ain't fully aware of the world.
This is true. But I know who my father is.
For sure you do.
I've had those critical conversations with my father.
Not all of them.
Yeah, because because 11 is one tier, but then you get to
I'll
13,
talk to my uncle.
15,
Like, I'm not
17.
talking to some dude that I only known for
Okay.
4 years.
I can respect that.
Or 2 years.
I'm just playing. I'm really just playing devil's advocate, bro. Because honestly,
You don't
that's
know me
actually
well
the story.
enough.
That's the story of my life.
You don't know me enough. You don't know me well enough to be trying to parent me or guide. You don't know the arc of my story.
I would say because honestly, my dad passed away when I was 10. My mom actually got remarried when I was like 16 or 17. That's actually what happened. And I met the dude when I was like 14, 15, and I didn't want him to do, like, you're not gonna be my parent. Like, I'm gonna respect you because you my mom's. I was about to say something real rude. I'm gonna respect you because you're my mom's husband, but you are not parenting me. Like, I'm not coming to you for advice. I'm not asking you for anything. But that was a person, like, that was the child saying no.
I would,
and I think you have done the same thing.
I think in that situation, I think the man needs to prove himself to the child that
It doesn't, for me, it didn't matter. He could have moved mountains. Nah, I'm good.
You don't know me well enough to be like telling me what I should or should not be doing in my life.
I just want to be perfectly clear about this. He could know the ins and outs of who Greg is.
But did he learn the ins and outs of you from you, or did he just hear something from your mother?
Even
I don't think it would matter.
It didn't exactly.
And
it doesn't.
And I also think it plays a part. Not to just, but it also plays a part in your mother. Like, if that was someone that you also couldn't fully trust, how can you just bring somebody else that you're supposed to trust as
this
well?
is that now.
And that plays a huge role.
That plays a huge role.
Yeah.
A huge
It's like,
role.
I don't even trust you. What makes you think I'm gonna trust anybody that you're trying to bring into my life?
Yes,
For sure.
And how do I know they're going to stay?
Exactly. You don't. I don't care if you. I didn't care if he stayed or not. He's still here. Shout outs to him.
Hey.
It was, for me, it just came to it was like a decision of like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You can be around. But you ain't dictating anything in my life.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about my situation. So, my mother's husband actually took the time to get to know us. Mm-hmm. And not only that, like, as we got to get to know each other, we are interested in damn near almost everything. You feel me? And the same thing. So from that point, it's like, yeah, I am going to accept this person. Not only have you exceeded my expectations of what I was expecting for someone who is marrying my mom, but you are like, and this is just a joke, but do my mom really deserve you, yo? Like,
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm
I'm not going to say this. This is recorded.
That's hilarious.
She can run it
I'm
back.
playing with this like
funny There's some truth to that joke.
Relax. Your mother is the diamond. She is the prize.
Okay, no, I'm playing. My mom's great. My mom's great.
She is. But you've allowed him to parent.
But only because he has shown himself worthy of someone that his advice is valuable to my life. Like, because some men just come into people's lives and just
Absolutely.
saying just dumb shit just cause, like, yeah,
And women. Women.
Same
not
thing.
gonna
Same
even
thing.
just
Yeah, right.
Make it one sided. But my thing is still in that situation. My whole, just to bring it back, like, my whole thing is that it is definitely, yes, the parent, the biological parent needs to allow the other person to be a parent. But for me, the real person who decides if this person can be the parent is the child.
Yes, of course. And okay, I can say yes, of course. I can understand where you're coming from, but it only starts from the parent. The only child only makes a decision once you've made the decision. The child will be like, you know what? That's who my daddy is. Mom, dad, that's him right there. That doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. You've had to make the decision consciously to allow this person to parent, and then that child will then, decide at some point.
I don't think that matters when the child is a teenager.
Okay, yes, but we've also decided that age plays into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we also noticed that age may have played into it because of your mindset, but we also understood that after time, even with your age, you were able to still allow someone to parent you that wasn't your dad.
You did. You just said you did.
Okay.
So with age, I can definitely understand, but it's also understanding, like you said, like he made effort for you.
Facts.
With Greg, like I said,
He did.
His
Just didn't care.
but it wasn't on him. It stems from you trust your mother, right? For the most part,
Yeah.
right? For the most part. Oh God.
I do trust him.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop right here. I'm not gonna do this anymore. This is. I'm not doing this. I'm not. I don't know what to do anymore. Wow.
My bad.
Wow. I just meant like.
I trust that she believes that she's doing the best thing. How
Yes.
about that?
Okay, there we go. That's a really great answer. And okay, with Greg, I just think it was just a little different with his history. That's
That
all.
was just too much of friendship coming into play. I'm so sorry.
I
My
don't wanna,
bad.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna stop asking questions. I apologize.
Good, great topic. Great topic.
I am Mr. Rent Money, and these are my conspiracy theories.
Honestly believe what you're saying right
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Mr. Rent Money, and this is the segment of the show where I give you all my conspiracy theory. And today, we're going to be speaking about something that was that stood out within social media. I saw a link that said rapper DDG will be taking a trip to outer space. And he said, if you have the money, you can go into outer space. So the conspiracy comes from what stood out to me was that I believe NASA is using hip hop as a means to promote the move to Mars. As we all know it, the Metaverse which is similar to the Matrix as we know it, is a distraction from the decaying Earth, as Blaze said, that we live on right now. If everyone years to come who is making a lot of money or rich and has enough money to abandon Earth and start a new civilization on Mars, while the people who are distracted are on Earth, you know, I don't know how to necessarily wrap that up. But
Wait, because this too.
gotta be transparent, man.
No, it's all good. So check it, right? I don't think that. I'm going with the first part of the conspiracy that they're using hip hop and rappers to promote this investment into Mars, right? Before I give you, because I believe that they are doing it. I think they use hip hop all the time to promote random things that have nothing to do with hip hop whatsoever. Do you have a reason to why you think that is?
Well, it's a bait switch type of thing.
Explain.
The same reason why Friends came about. The show.
Because
Living Single existed. Living Single is literally Friends. Well, Friends is literally Living Single.
Okay, I can believe it.
That show existed only as a bait switch.
Got it. So you're saying it's a marketing tool to black people.
To get the black people to tune in to what's to come. It's like we have you now, but now we cancel this and give you the whitewash.
Okay.
But that's an example for the NASA thing. Mm-hmm. It's not even about hip hop. It's just hip hop has a way of making whatever you're selling cool.
I agree with that. Good.
Yeah, I think hip hop artists are now the rock stars of the world.
They are.
And hip hop is pop culture now. So having a rapper going out to space, like, oh yeah, you can go out to space. So not only are you talking to the 99% who really can't afford to go into space, but you're talking to the 1% like, this is fashionable, this is in, this is to make this statement that I am in the first the 1%. I need to be doing this.
Yeah, I got you. So I can definitely buy that they are using rappers to promote this move to Mars. But I would also say that there is no move to Mars. I think they just trying to take people money.
No, I absolutely believe that there is something going on in space, even if they can't confirm that it is Mars. Because the idea that we've already are privy to, we're privy to the idea that China created a sun. We're privy to the idea that Elon, Bezos, and them just be traveling to the moon on the weekends. That there is definitely something going on in space that they're more privy to than we are. And the idea that they're implementing more of popular culture when it comes to conspiracy theory is that, like, if a lot of people believe it, then it becomes true. Right. So as you start planting these seeds and you're using different people to plant these seeds, that even if Mars became something that before was something that was unfathomable, like something that you didn't even think that could be possible, now you're starting to hear conversations that it is. And even if you don't have the idea that you could actually be there, there's a possibility because now you're hearing about it. And so now this imagery of having a whole new world. There's a whole different planet that you can move to. Forget about going to Tulum. Forget about trying to hit Dubai. Now there's a whole different wave. You're not booking flights.
Booking rockets.
And now and even the idea that there's people that have spent years or been in training to be an astronaut, and literally people with but so much background but with enough money can just get into a chair and just go into space and come right back, blows my mind. And then it also plays into the fact that if we're just visiting the moon and we're able to do that, and now we're starting to look at other planets, it brings up to the idea that we kind of talked off mic is what's happening to the Earth that we got to look at other places to live? What's happening that we now need to promote a whole different planet? That Earth now isn't the lucrative place that we should be at? Forget America. We're talking about the whole Earth in itself.
Global warming is a thing.
It got to be more than just that, too.
So I can believe that something is going on with Mother Earth for sure.
They cheating on her. Now she don't like that.
Nah, they been abusing her, and now she's about to abuse us.
I was gonna try to argue this conspiracy theory, but it's really hard to. Only because, yes, you can say yes to a lot of these things. Actually, the only thing you can do is advance this. I was about to say the stupid conspiracy theory. Right. Like the only thing you can do is advance it. Like, I think some people already left.
Right.
You think Tupac ain't dead? You think Tupac on Mars?
Hey,
maybe.
Hey, why we keep getting new Tupac verses?
But then also think like
how much did he record when he was alive?
Hey, I like the song. I like to record 3 songs a day.
How long is a day? 36 hours? Get you on Mars?
Like, nah.
That's not fair because like I can see G making 3 beats in a day.
Mr. Red Money.
It's all good.
Mr. Rap Money. I can see Mr. Rap Money making 3 beats in a day, and just be in a vault, and no one would ever hear
No,
them.
for sure. I could, but my thing is, we in 2022.
Anything's possible.
When did Tupac pass away? 96? 95, 96? Sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't know what the exact year that he died. But it was damn near 2 decades ago.
How many new Tupac
Three
verses
decades.
have you ever heard though? In general,
It's damn near 3.
just think about it.
I feel like a lot. Like
What's a lot?
Like even a decade after he passed away, you still was hearing new.
96.
A lot.
September 13th,
Would you say you
1996.
heard 30 new Tupac verses?
From the time that he died to,
Yeah.
I would make that bet. Between him and Biggie, yes, I would
Would
definitely
you
make
say
that bet.
50?
Maybe not.
Okay. A rapper within even the short span of time that Tupac was in hip hop, that's in the studio every single night.
But how many albums do Tupac got? This is my thing. Like, he got mad albums, right? So you already using all those pre-recorded verses and songs for a full album. But now he got features too?
Also play into the idea that there's also technology, and even if he didn't record them, they can use his voice, and he may have had things written. He had books of verses.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I'm just saying.
All these things are anything is possible.
Yo, can we wrap around, go right back to that original conspiracy theory? Because we didn't even dig deep into like what happens to the rest of the 99%. You feel me? The rest of us that got to.
Oh, I thought it was clear that they die.
But the metaverse, motherfucking metaverse, yo.
The purpose of the metaverse.
The purpose of the metaverse.
If the metaverse is on this dying planet, wouldn't it die with the planet?
But
Yes.
that
But
might
that's
have been
the purpose.
That's the point of the distraction.
Think of the
But I'm
Matrix.
answering the question
And
about the
all of the
99%.
money
The
that's
99% would
being-
die still.
Yeah. But that's the logic behind it, is that, oh, you're promoting this idea of another planet, and people may not really be paying attention to the idea of what's really happening, because we are being distracted by other things that are happening, like warping our reality, being able to know that we're here, but I can be somewhere else at the same time. So I can lose my sense of reality and forgetting that I'm not here. And then in reality, they've been changing everything around me. And by the time I realize that I'm out of the simulation, AKA the Matrix.
So can I ask y'all a question?
it's lava coming out from the ground. Like, what
yes,
the hell?
There's flooding on another side of the world.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Where am I?
Yes.
Earth.
So can I
dying.
ask y'all a question? Right? So are we all in agreement that something is going to happen to this earth?
Hell yeah! If we keep on this arc
Yes.
of like not giving
Yes.
a fuck about.
Yes? You going on, yes?
I want to say, if we focus more on technology than the actual earth itself, then yes, because now we're not paying attention to what actually sustained us. And technology doesn't feed us, and it doesn't make sure that we're okay. It doesn't hydrate us. Like, it doesn't do anything except provide data to us. And that doesn't feed our whole body. Excuse me.
But they believe technology is the solution to make sure that the earth doesn't die.
It's a contradiction when you realize that, like, water will make plants grow. But if you're dealing with so much technology, and there's all these currents that are affecting the plants that we're eating, or even providing people with illnesses, because we're dealing with all this energy that is supposed to be harnessed in a way that we're kind of just...
I don't agree that it's it makes sense. You create the electric car because you want to stop gas, which comes from the earth and destroys the earth.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm putting energy into focusing on making sure new technology is preserving the earth that we're on.
But you don't make as much money off of that. You make money off of greenhouse gases and fossil fuels and stuff like that, and that's the real problem.
But even think about that, how the tangible thing of fossil fuel is worth more. But if we could change the economic structure of the world, Bitcoin or all these other coins, then that doesn't matter. Y'all got me sounding like a conspiracy theorist. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But by going back to my original question, right? Are y'all striving to get on a rocket?
I'll go.
Are you trying to be in the 1%, or how what do you strive for as the 99%?
Well, okay. I'm definitely gonna always strive for the 1% because I always want a life, and I'm always curious of what other life can hold. But in the 99%, I would just make every day count, knowing that if at some point in time it's going to end.
That's a fair answer, yo. That's a fair answer.
I'm spending the time waking up the 99% of what the 1% is doing. That's what I'm spending my. If it's all in waste anyway, I might as well try to like wake up as many people. Hey, look at these niggas over here. Like,
how does that fix it though? How do we change? Because
Because
once everyone's aware, right? How do we get to Mars?
We ride. Well, really
Now the
we
whole
riding-
world is in chaos.
Because honestly for me, I'm riding out, yo.
Yeah, he's out there with the signs.
Yeah,
He's gonna
you're
tell
not,
us
you're not
the world
striving
is
for the
ending.
1%. You don't care about getting on a rocket.
Listen, I came from the earth. The earth I shall return, and then if it's no more earth, there's no more me.
No, you don't see the Gigi Mars
If
version.
I wasn't worthy enough to go to Mars anyway, why would I want to be with those people?
But you are worthy enough to go to Mars. You just ain't got the funds.
If in their eyes I'm not worthy enough, that funds wasn't an issue. I'm not worthy enough to go there unless I'm making this amount of money. I don't want to be with them. Let me stay down here with the people that I have most in common with. Like, why waste a life like that?
I love that. I love that idea.
Why would I be with people who don't give a fuck about me anyway?
Because now I'm going to create my own world there.
No, I don't want to live with people like that. That's not a life worth living.
Understand.
I respect that.
I respect that.
I'm creating my whole world, though.
How about you, Mr. Money?
My
You
own
striving for the
world
rocket?
there.
Or you
My own town,
dying?
city,
Or you staying with the
continent.
99?
Well, for starters, I don't know what's going on up there.
We don't know what's going on over here either.
What is it, the devil you know?
I'm rocking out on Earth.
Okay.
Y'all staying. All right, I'm going to tell y'all a story. Because somebody got to tell a story.
That's how we live forever.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
fine
gonna tell
with
your
that.
story.
Tell
Yeah,
my
yeah.
story.
I'll
I'm
be
fine
there.
with
What's
that.
funny is that I agree with all of y'all answers, but I'm going to ride with your answer.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
always striving for the 1%.
Yeah, no, we going to.
But I'm good if I got to stay here.
Yeah, if I have to, I'm going to make every day count. But
Yeah.
I want to be the archive person. I got you. I'm going to write down your story. I got your
That's
story
cool,
down
yo.
pat. I'm even going to bring
Can you make
your
me skinny?
music with me. Huh? You want me to, what did you say?
Can you make me skinny?
You want me to make you skinny?
Yeah, say I
How,
was a bodybuilder or some shit.
how would I do that?
You said you telling the story.
But you're going to be alive with me. We going to be out there. We're
So
going to be on
His
Mars together.
story.
No, he's gonna be with me. He's saying that if he has the opportunity, he's going to Mars with me. If he doesn't, then we're gonna figure it out.
If I ever start a new society, everything that I
Within
dislike
society.
about myself
Yeah.
is going to be everything that's great.
Hey, just tell them I lived for the people and I died with the people.
That's I
just let
like
me-
that. And I'm gonna tell your story.
I live with
I
the
am.
people
And
who
that's
died.
why I'm gonna live on, so then I can just have
Breathe
the society about, telling them about the Mr. Rent Moneys and the blazes of the world and how great that they were and how, that there was a world before this. I'm gonna be there to tell your stories.
that had honorable people.
Absolutely.
I just want to be skinny.
What? No, you don't, Greg.
He said, when y'all make
You're
that
amazing just the way
biopic,
you are.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
No.
Nah, fuck that nigga.
No, Greg. I want you to stay just the way you are.
John David Washington.
I don't want to be. I'll accept John David. Pause. But I do not.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, yo. I'm done. Woo. We good on your conspiracy theory, bro?
It was a really great
good.
conspiracy theory because I need you guys to pay attention because the Metaverse sounds like a great experience. The Oculus changes the game, but also understand that it warps our reality in
Every
a
time
sense
you put those
of...
goggles on, someone else is already leaving. They just don't want you to see it.
We just...
They tiptoe-
See, now you getting it.
Yeah,
now
you
understand
potted
it.
now.
You get it now.
they tiptoeing in front of them. I hope they don't hear.
With the suitcase?
No, matter of fact, they're one of the characters that you see. You think that they're in the metaverse. Like, nah, we've been on Mars. You think this is a game.
We in our simulation on Mars.
You take pictures of, yo, what happened?
Yeah.
All you see is a huge tsunami coming towards you through the window.
Oh, and just think about You know what? I'm just gonna put these back on at this point. Ain't no reason.
Right.
Look, and you know what? Time is different there too. So you can like do like within that 5 minutes that you're about to die, you've had a whole lifespan, had 3 kids, and everything.
I wonder if you die with the Oculus on, do you even know you dead?
No, because it's gonna say, "Do you want to start over?"
What?
It's like a video game.
Life?
If you said the Oculus, so like if you
I was
die,
talking about in real. I was about in real life.
I'm confused. How did you say Oculus in real life?
Like if I have the Oculus on, I
Yeah.
wouldn't die.
No, you wouldn't, because it'll say start over. The thing about the metaverse is that why it's going to be so, the idea is that it's going to be easy for you to lose reality, because it's going to be you and this reality that you've created. So everything that makes you great, you're going to make it great. You're going to want to stay in this world. And that's why they've even paid attention to the idea of what keeps us in certain platforms for certain periods of time. Is it the voice? Is it the sound? Is it the music? Is it the visuals? They've now have collected all this data to understand that if I want to keep you in this space, what do you need to feel like you can spend hours in this space? I've allowed you to have all these trinkets, the girls of your dream, boop, the money that you wanted to have, boop.
But I'm asking like me right now.
Yeah.
You see me.
Yeah,
you see
Greg.
me. I'll put the Oculus on,
Yes.
and I just pass away.
Yo,
do you think I would know I'm dead?
Yeah, because at this point you died with the Oculus on.
I don't think you would, because I think now that your consciousness has been digitized, your consciousness is now in the cloud.
Okay, so you're probably not dead, but your brain is dead.
Yes.
So yes, you
your
probably
body
would
is
have known.
gone, but your consciousness, and this is going back into another
No, his body is
conspiracy
alive and his
theory
conscious is
of
gone.
downloading consciousness.
Yeah, his body is alive, but his conscious is gone.
His conscious is in the cloud.
Yeah, but
with
his
the
body is alive.
simulation.
Like, you would think that you were dead because you are no longer you, but you would come back. You just wouldn't be Greg.
No, you would be Greg, but you just won't. When he just would be stuck in the cloud, because now he has his consciousness has nowhere to come back to. So now he's part of the simulation.
I don't think that would, because I think that would be something that they would tell us before going into it. So we would still be aware, even though like his body technically wouldn't be aware, but it would be a part of whatever thing that we're in.
Could you imagine if you went to like the undocking station in the simulation? It's like, oh, I'm about to go back to my body. You press the button and it don't work. Oh, I died.
Or what if it's
like,
like
Get Out type joint.
Or what if it's like Inception, where you do get out, but you realize that you've kind of tricked your mind because you wanted to play a game to go into it. Like, you went into the simulation, going into a simulation, and then now you think that you're out, but you're really still in the simulation at the same time?
We sound high.
Oh.
consciousness, yo.
I like it.
Watch.
I was there.
I think the whole purpose of like people trying to unite technology and human beings is to be able to digitally download your consciousness, so that now nobody ever dies.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying, is that's why you want to stay in this world.
Now you could put my consciousness in like a robot.
Yes,
Or
and
you
so
could
even
put
if
it
you die,
into-
you're able to start over. So you want to stay in this
or a
world.
clone of myself.
Have you guys ever watched Upload on it's on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I can watch the couple first episodes.
They're actually paying people to give you all your data.
Oh,
Everything.
I honestly thought you was about to go somewhere else with that. Like they paying people to upload their consciousness.
What?
Nigga,
No,
what?
for
I'm fucking
robots.
with you.
For robots.
Would that be another form of AI?
Yeah, I think that's
you
what
would
That's
become
what I'm
an
talking
AI.
about.
Yeah.
Like,
You would become an AI.
They're gonna pay you. I think it was $100,000, whatever it was, for you to give up your fingerprints, everything, your entire identity, physically, to get a carbon AI copy of you.
I don't understand why they experiment so much with AI.
Because some people want to live to forever.
I just think that what they want is not achievable.
Greg.
No,
it's definitely achievable. They just haven't perfected it yet. Greg,
I don't think it can be.
They've already let us know that AIs are functioning in the world today.
For sure, it's AI all around you. I'm just saying, like, think about how you on a daily basis defeat AI. You do.
Yep.
If you put your music on shuffle,
That's AI.
that is AI. You
I
daily defeat artificial intelligence. I don't see how they could ever make it so perfect. When we say perfect, meaning there's not one flaw within it.
Of course there's going to be a flaw, but the idea is that what AI does is learn from experience, right? Just like a human. The only thing is that they try to perfect it. So that's going to be the gauging factor. One, the basis of where the AI's original consciousness is, because if it's already biased, then it doesn't help.
Yeah.
But after that, it's the experiences that it goes through. So it constantly learns through interactions with people. Like there is a Bank of America uses people on screens now. You no longer have people in banks anymore. You walk in and you're talking to a person on the screen. That's not a person. That's an AI.
But my thing is, like, in order for AI to be perfect, it would need to be human.
But a human is not perfect.
And that's my point. But that's my whole point. Because there's human error, like an AI could never be perfect.
But the thing is that the achieving to be perfect is easier because it's computed. So a human may have to read or learn or do a task in order to learn something. I literally would have to program it. Or the way that the AI can process things is that they can just see it and be able to just process it and then are perfecting it already.
Yeah, they would need to be able, their turnover rate would need to be like less than a millisecond. Like they would need to be the most reactive technology ever.
But that's where they're heading, and that's where we play into the idea of Mr. Rent Money and collecting data. If they're able to literally collect a whole human and then place that in an AI and then allow it to process that and then teach it more.
Do you believe humans are still evolving?
Every day.
Mm-hmm. So if humans are forever evolving, they could continue to take data, keep taking data even as we evolve. We're going to continue to evolve. So there will never be a perfect AI. But we will always be one step ahead.
But we're not anymore because we have social media, which is the streamline of their bloodline. Like we've literally provided them free information of who we are at different dynamics of what we're thinking about, what we're eating, how we process things, what are groups. Like we literally have on Facebook, like there's different groups, different chats. In Clubhouse, there's rooms. Like they're now able to kind of even think about your algorithms. They now know what you're looking for.
No, they don't. They can't know if I'm skipping. If I'm on Netflix, I just finished watching a series, they say, we think you would like this show. No, I don't.
Yes, but then you tell them what you do like.
But every time they keep suggesting and I keep saying no, they could never get it right.
I'm telling you that them not getting it right is just giving them more information on you. What you're saying is that Netflix may not be the hub that's getting the information right, but their information is feeding into something else that's allowing them to say, okay, well, we provided him these. He said no, and he chose this. Great. Okay, we provided them these, and he chose this. Great. Now they're building a profile on you, Greg, already just based off what you tell. So even if they're wrong, they right, Greg.
No, they ain't.
But they are, because you still choose. Even if I'm telling you this is what you want, you're telling me you don't. You're still telling me what you want.
Right.
Even if you say it again.
Even if you're telling me what you don't want, you're still telling me what you want.
I understand.
Yes, so I'm still getting information from you. So even if I'm wrong, I'm now still pulling. Sometimes being wrong is always going to help me get my answer.
Do you believe AI is ahead of humans right now?
I think the reason why AI is not a part of humans is because humans are building them. But the idea of what they're trying to achieve with AI,
they're trying to be Master Mole.
They're trying to be what? I didn't hear.
You ever watch X-Men?
Yes.
The big robot started creating their own robot.
Yes, or even in iRobot, where you saw where they all were programmed to be one thing, but there are some that started learning and started thinking differently.
iRobot was
I
such a
think
terrible
the
movie.
idea that we are, even with trying to control us, if they're trying to implement things that they want us to take or use in order to control us, they're definitely implementing something that mimics us, that we're comfortable enough that they're able to interact with. The idea that AI has gone so far that we're able to see people that interact with them. I've seen people kiss them. I've seen there's a whole following behind something that doesn't exist. Only proves that the metaverse will only allow people to create their own versions of themselves in a perfection that will allow them to stay in this space forever. And then the world gonna just,
And now your consciousness is in the cloud. You gonna press that
I'm
button?
not, I'm going to Mars.
You
So
gonna press that button? It's gonna be like, oh,
be like,
I think we're never
damn.
going to see eye to eye. Like, I don't think we're never going to agree on this. And I don't want to say
It's
never.
okay until you see, you be like, is that Greg? Like, no, that's AI Greg.
I don't, especially in
Tryna
my
go into your
lifetime,
body.
AI would never be perfect to the point where, when I say perfect, I mean to the point where there's belief that humans don't need to exist.
No, the idea that AI exists is that we need humans. But you have to understand that there's a bigger picture. So, like, the point of this conspiracy theory conversation is that
Ultron will never happen.
we're creating these AI people, right? So so for when this 1% leaves, we're still interacting. Businesses are still going. Life still seems regular because we're interacting with these people. But then at the same time, these people that look like people are not people. Those people that we're looking at are on Mars.
Yo, before we leave conspiracy theory, can I just say one more conspiracy theory?
Yeah, this is a good, because I'm like in it.
What if now this is just to feed my theory on why AI will never be perfect. What if the 1% is AI?
Oh my God, I would
Right.
have so much fun.
wow.
And they keep, like, every time they fuck up, let's say Bill Cosby was the 1%, right?
I'm not going to Mars. Keep me. All right, I'm going
he
down.
fucked up.
I'm not
with,
going down.
You know, we all know what Bill Cosby done. So now that whoever's creating the AI is like, okay, this one is wrong. Like, this one is like Bill Cosby is
A defect.
A defect. AI. Everyone, Will Smith is now the defect because he didn't have the artificial intelligence to stay in his seat. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, Donald Sterling was AI. Oh, he fucked up by saying what he said about another group of people.
So what you're saying is the rich people aren't really real.
Yeah.
They're just set up to make us feel like they are real and maybe give us false hope that we can achieve that type of wealth, but we would never achieve that.
Yeah,
type
because it's
of
not
wealth.
even real either. And the fact that they can live on Mars is because they're not real. It's not like a real person can be on Mars. But the perception that you can will only make it make them seem like more
real, but we're all in the
Yeah.
same fucking shopping cart headed on flames.
yeah.
We're headed in
They
flames,
in there too,
like-
but yeah.
That's crazy.
One last question. Will the human consciousness be digitized?
Absolutely. I think it could. I mean, I think that would be the purpose if the metaverse achieves what it needs to. If in the idea that the world is going to decay and they are trying to find a way of everlasting where you're just like, okay, if you want to live, just like in the show Upload, like, okay, if you want to live, you just have to download yourself into this program, you can live forever. It's just that this is going to be your playing field for the rest of your life.
I don't like y'all. Y'all making me sound like a conspiracy theorist.
Not the rest of your the rest of your life is forever.
Yes, forever. You don't die here.
They've already started doing this. That's music. In like, music can literally be the beginning stages of that. You're recording your voice, your thoughts. Is it
Digitized.
not?
These are facts.
Yeah, but no one else reaps the benefit. Everyone reaps the benefit, but you,
What do you mean?
because you're not around to see everyone listening to the music. Oh,
I would think that would be the only reason why people want to digitize their thought.
No, your consciousness.
your consciousness.
Digitize your consciousness so you can
so
be
you
there.
so you live forever.
yes,
For those are the people who believe that the soul.
But you don't get to experience
See,
it because your
it's not
consciousness is now
you.
in the cloud, right?
It's
So
digital. It's digitized. It's not. It's a digital copy of your consciousness.
But now we dip into the thing like the transfer of energy, like obviously this is conscious energy. We are conscious energy. Like we are not our bodies. That's why we say my brain, my body, my heart. We are not this body. We're consciousness controlling this body, right? So it's like now you're talking about is the same energy that is being used to control this body the same energy that's in that digitized in the old zeros and ones. You understand what I'm saying?
That right. I got exactly. Here's a prime example. That keyboard right there. It's a behavioral copy of an analog keyboard.
Right.
No matter how much it sounds like an analog keyboard,
It is not.
it is not analog at all. No matter how much this is a digital copy of someone's consciousness, it's not their consciousness. That person is no longer alive. Everyone else would get to experience this person's digital copy of that consciousness, but the person who is dead and gone is dead and gone.
I think that that's only true based on your belief system, because some people believe that like the mind is the thing that you want to preserve, not the body. Like, who cares about the body? The body is just flesh. So when that goes, as long as my mind is still intact, then I'm living forever. And that's where the digitized conscious thing come into play. I don't believe in that stuff. I'm just saying. I think
because
it comes down to belief system.
Because digitizing is the transfer of energy. You feel me? When my voice goes into this microphone and then the microphone changes into electrical current, you feel me? It's the transfer of energy. So my question is like, is it going to be that same consciousness that's in this body right now is going to be in that simulation?
That's what they would hope.
That's
the idea, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But the only problem is that like if they're only collecting data and what I'm searching, that may not always be my true being. And I think that's where Mr. Rent Money comes from, is just that like what they all get may not be my true being, because what I'm looking for or what I'm saying may not always be everything that I am.
And I 100% agree with that. And I don't understand how you can agree and say that and believe that AI will be perfect.
I don't think it's ever going to be perfect, but I think it's going to try to achieve it. And that's the difference, is that one thing about humans is that like there are some people that can achieve greatness and then they kind of just become stagnant. But with AI, like they don't have fear, they don't have doubt. It's just process. It's finding resolution. So even the idea that they're focusing more on logic and then on emotion, even though they can understand emotion, it's different. And so even things that would have hindered them as a human being, they don't have that. They wouldn't have that, or unless it's programmed into them to have that.
Yo, mark this. But what if we marking this? What if people on the spectrum is AI? Like taking away. I'm not making a joke. I'm really not.
Not doing it. You're by yourself.
They are the void of emotion, right?
That's not always true.
Mark this. People who, like, especially people who got like Asperger's, right?
I'm not doing
what?
it. I'm not.
Asperger's.
I gotta take
What's that?
It's a form of autism where they are hyper focused on like activities. Things need to be a certain way all the time, or they like freak out. Right?
Do you know any autistic people?
I do.
So you think that the people that you used to know that have been born are AIs? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying, why?
No,
couldn't that be a
that's
possibility?
but no.
I don't believe that. No.
Autism is a social disorder.
I understand that.
So how could
If you believe that they are attempting to perfect artificial intelligence, why would it be out of the realm of possibility that they are experimenting to figure out what is the best one or best version of AI? And you know that makes sense. You just heard autism and think I'm being insensitive. Y'all trash.
No,
Expand your mind.
No, that's not expanding your mind.
I'm
You
not
literally took
thinking.
a
I'm
mental
just
disability.
wondering.
my thing
like,
is
what are you
why
talking about?
is it
Why do people
why
with mental disabilities gotta be AI?
it's not a mental disability.
I'm not
It's not a mental. It's a social. That's what I'm saying. It's not a mental disability.
You
it's
don't-
a social
So
disability.
you don't
I don't
believe.
agree.
It's a social disorder.
Okay.
It is. A
I don't want to. This is
Someone,
why I'm not a
someone
conspiracy
autism
theorist.
can learn just as well as you can do,
Do you
all
be-
of that.
we've
But
all-
they
we've
can't
all said-
interact with.
We've all said there is artificial intelligence, or we claim to believe on some level that there might be artificial intelligence walking amongst us. No?
Why?
Have we all said that?
Why?
So why is it out of the realm of possibility that people with disorders, people with whatever going on with them can't be AI? Because y'all are just thinking of it's being as insensitive, but
No,
it's,
I'm
thinking
trying
about
to make it make
insensitivity.
sense.
why wouldn't it make
That's
sense?
what it is. I'm
trying to make it make
why would
sense.
only normal people be AI? If we just
Because the whole goal of AI is my goodness.
but we just said
the whole
we just said the 1% might not be real because in
because
every
they
time,
are perfect. They are
but they're
achieving
not
to try
perfect
to be,
because when they do something dumb, when they do something that we consider dumb, and the world reacts to it, Will Smith going on stage slapping Chris Rock, the nigga might now have to
because
give away his Oscar.
I think AIs are trying to
It's-
achieve the perception
it's-
of what perfect is. Even though we as human beings
I-
know that there's no such thing.
I get that.
So why would someone
What if
with a condition that supports the fact that no one in the world is perfect and we all have our little things with us and we all have
Because-
our conditions and everything, why would that be an AI?
why wouldn't they try to figure out what is perfection? If you are trying to figure out what's the best cereal or what's the best tasting cereal,
Yo, my head
you're
hurts.
going to create mad different cereals to
head
see
hurts.
which one is the best.
So
Let's move on.
please,
Let's move on.
Can I take
please.
this out? Do we need to keep this?
Yo, I think we should. That makes a logical sense to me. I would have loved to hear anybody else. That makes perfect sense. If you are trying to achieve the most perfect sounding headphones, you're going to experiment with so many different types of technology within the headphones. On some headphones, you're going to take out the bass and think that only the treble is going to sound good. In another pair of headphones, you're going to up the bass, take out the treble, and you're going to say that, oh, maybe this is what sounds good. So why wouldn't they do that in humans?
Why are you so angry?
Because y'all making me feel like I'm crazy when it makes sense.
No,
did I
because
say?
you're.
But why specifically
Yeah.
people with autism?
I said I brought it out and said any someone with asthma, they could feel like if they take away this person's ability to breathe all the time, this could be another version of perfection.
So you're an AI, Greg.
I could be. We've all said that.
I don't wanna do-
No, I said not we are AI. But I'm saying we've all said that
I'ma let
AI
you-
is walking amongst
I'm gonna
us.
let you. I'm gonna let you even
Listen,
take me even
I
further.
can't
I just
What
wanna
if
take
white
it.
people
We all
are
said
AIs?
that.
What if they are? What if
Wow.
they said if we
What?
take the
What?
pigmentation out of
What, Greg?
or what if we add
This conversation has gone too
pigmentation
far.
into this kind
This
of
is
AI now, and now
it.
this is
I know I threw
perfection?
gas on
Greg,
it.
I need
know
you to
threw
let this
gas
one
on
go.
on the
Oh
fucking-
my goodness!
We gotta
How
walk
does
away
this
from this
not
one, Greg.
make sense?
And I apologize for saying it's a mental disorder. It is a social disorder, so I understand that completely. But Greg, I just need you to step away from this conversation.
Wow. I don't mind. I don't mind stepping away from the conversation.
You
But
have
y'all
to.
not gonna sit here and
all
make me
good.
feel crazy.
There's a lot of. It's very interesting for you come at Mr. Rent Money for some of his conspiracy theories. You know, sometimes I listen to him like, you know what? Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, but for the most part, okay. But this right here, Greg. This right here.
This is outlandish.
Y'all heard social disorder.
You about to. This is what you about to. You about to die on the hill right now.
And
You about to die on this hill right now.
Listen,
Listen,
that's why y'all
listen.
Trash.
Even if you don't think that you're being insensitive, you're being insensitive because now you're saying that people with disabilities are defective AIs. That's essentially
one. First off,
that's no.
quote me accurately. One, I said I'm not trying to be offensive, and I apologize if it is. I did say that. Two, I said they could be. I never said that they were.
Yo, no offense, you black as shit, and you
Okay.
stink.
Wow.
And
He don't stink.
No, but I'm just making a
Oh,
point.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm making a
I don't
point.
get the point.
No, just because you say no offense does not mean it's
I
not
understand that
offensive.
happens all the time. I'm just you say it more for. I think you say it more for. I said it for myself. I know that. But my thing is, I never said people with disorders are the. Why can't I remember this word?
Defective.
Defective AI. That's not what I was saying. I was getting at the point that we have all collectively said that AI could be walking amongst us.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And my thing is AI is technology. Going back to the headphones. You are going to, if you're searching for the perfect sounding headphones,
Still doesn't work.
you're
It
going
doesn't work.
to you it don't. To me,
Because
technology
look,
is
you're
technology.
Saying, you're saying.
What am I saying?
Essentially, look,
Yeah,
you
what am I saying?
might not be meaning this, but from your words, right? You are saying that people, hey, if they're testing out AIs, right, and we're saying, oh, let's tinker this. Now you're saying that people with disabilities are like trials,
Why can't that be a thing?
which is like a defect.
Why can't
You're equating
you are saying
your disabilities to defects, which is fundamentally fucked up.
I know it is. I'm not saying that is not.
And this is why we are.
I'm not saying
Okay.
I'm not saying that what I'm saying is not insensitive. I get that is insensitive. My thing, it doesn't mean I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. I'm just saying that if one thing is like applying logic to multiple scenarios, if we're saying what is AI? AI is artificial technology. Is it not?
Right.
So, in technology, when you're striving for the most functional, perfect piece of technology, you try out different things.
So LeBron is the perfect piece of.
No, he's not, because clearly he got a fucked up ankle. He has to sit out the rest of the season. So he's not perfect. An injury could be like.
So he's not AI.
I don't know who is AI.
So the people
I'm
with
not saying
disabilities
everyone
are
is
just
a-
trials
I'm
that
done.
you know.
We good.
We
Which
gonna
one?
try this out and then we just gonna let you go. Like
We good.
we don't really.
He
You're
can't
not
be an
what we
effective
want.
AI. He can't be. Oh, like his ankle wasn't strong enough. This AI.
He could not be at the same time.
Then from that logic, we're all defective AIs just out here wilding out.
But that's my whole thing about why there will never be no such thing as perfect AI.
I don't understand how that even supports that argument.
It does, because if the fact that you are saying you actually kind of support. We good, man. I'm done. I'm sorry that I caused that. Do what you need to do. I don't think I said anything that was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't offensive. Yes, I get that it can be offensive, but that wasn't my intent. But okay, cool. But intentions don't matter at this point. We good?
Yeah, are you good?
I'm great. What I said to me makes sense. I don't care. That's not
I
the right
wanna
thing to
be.
say. All right. If you are still here with us, welcome to the end of the show where we talk about new dialogue, things that we think are interesting, that isn't a lot of conversation around. So yeah, we bring it to the forefront. Have any conversations? Anybody want to start?
Yeah. Oh, you want to mix it up? Oh, yeah. So I got a new piece of gear, music gear. This joint this pedal called Microcosm. It's dope. So it takes like mini micro subdivisions of any sound that is going inside of the pedal, and it changes the pattern. So you just if you put something that's in the key of A through there, it'll arpeggiate and do you can heighten the level of activity. You can change the effects with like an array of various different effects.
Are you gonna do this for your
over
DJing?
the
Like, is this
sound.
piece of equipment for your DJing or for your producing?
This is for, it's funny you asked that because I was thinking about, because you can use just basic lo-fi filters. So I can use it for my DJing, but it's definitely for my production.
That shit gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I know it's gonna be hard.
He said,
I'm really
Yeah.
excited to see. Like, I know, like we have like a different beat from you, like every month. So like now knowing that you have that, I'm really excited to see what next month's sounds will be. Cause I hope like it's one of those.
No doubt.
Yeah.
yo. Dialogue? You got a dialogue?
Yeah, I gotta get into it. I got a new dialogue. Blaze. I finished Demon Slayer.
Oh, you finished all of Demon Slayer?
Yo.
That
Oh, shit, you
is
really watched that
crazy.
Yo, I really
Nah,
watched
nah,
it.
Gigi,
Yo.
is it crazy?
They talking about the
Yo.
anime.
Is that shit
It
crazy?
is so good.
It's
Like,
good as
I want to
shit.
know what's happening next. Like,
All right,
I
you
want
ready
to
for
be
the next arc, right?
Yeah, I'm so
you
ready.
finished the entertainment district.
Well, there was 25 episodes. Is there like another series I'm supposed to listen to? Watch?
Yo, it's a whole another
it to me,
two
send it to me, send it
arcs.
to me.
It's you gotta look for the Megan Train.
Megan Train.
Demon Slayer Megan Train arc, and then after the Megan Train arc, it's
Yeah.
also the Megan Train arc. You might cry. I think you're
You
gonna
think I'm
cry.
gonna cry?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna cry.
Yo, it
You're
was
going
so
to cry.
good.
And then after that, it's the entertainment district.
I have so many things.
Arcs.
Like, I think that one of the people from the H place with the Hiroshima, the Harasha, I think one of them people are a demon. I think one of them, and they just mastered the idea. That's why they're the girl with the purple eyes,
Okay.
the one that wants them to be friends.
Uh-huh.
I think that she has like a connection to demons. Not just that her sister died from it, but I think she has another connection to it. It was good, y'all. I just want to say, but that's not my new dialogue. But I needed to let you know that since that was your new dialogue last week.
It's gory too. It
is gory. And if you're not into anime, this might be your beginning of anime if you're into gory things. Like, the storyline was dope. And I also I like the demons that they interacted with. Like, you kind of felt bad for some of them.
Right.
So I thought that was dope. So thank you for that. I didn't think that would have been for me, but it was.
Word.
Great storyline. But my actual new dialogue is damn words, you guys. I had it, then I let it go.
Talking about demons in anime.
No, because it was actually really good. I needed to let him know that
They're more like night walkers from I Am
I
Legend.
don't give a fuck.
No, they're like different levels of
Right,
them
right.
too.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Like there's
Blood
like
Demon art. If some of them using, yeah,
that
right.
is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my new dialogue. I'm trying to say my new dialogue. My new dialogue is the. Y'all just keep going. If I come back, just come back.
Yo, did you hear the new Pusha T and Jay-Z record?
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
I think the production is lackluster.
Okay.
I didn't hear it
Cause
yet.
I was talking to Gills. This is not my new dialogue, but I was talking to Gills about it on Twitter. I was like, it's like, of course you're never gonna get a bad verse from. That's not true. You will get a bad verse from Jay-Z, but like recently, you're not gonna get a bad verse from a Jay-Z or Pusha T song with Pharrell on production. Ooh, excuse me, like I said, it was though because it didn't like rise to the level of like a Drug Dealers Anonymous or like that's like God tier level of them rapping. And I thought the mixing was like really bad. Like for it to be that high for it to be those three people, the mix sound crazy to me.
You know, it sounds dirty, which is what I was saying to actually Blaze and I was having that conversation about. I think that's the direction that
Really?
Pharrell has been going.
I don't like it. It don't sound good to me.
Yeah, he's going more dirty now. Pharrell or Neptune Productions always been champion as some of the cleanest.
But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The beat to me sounded crazy. I thought the beat was dope. I thought the verses was dope. For me, it was just the overall sound of the song didn't sound good to me.
The sound of the song,
yeah,
but
like
not the music.
Yeah, it's like the mixing,
I got you.
Like the beat was too loud. They still sound like it didn't clean up their vocals, or like it just sound like ew. But if you get past, I did get past it because I enjoyed a lot of the song.
I want to hear it.
Oh, you gotta listen to that shit crazy. But my new dialogue is Nike. Shout outs to Nike. So they just released the new commercial featuring Schoolboy Q. It is about golf and Tiger Woods. And that's bold. You got this nigga from Compton promoting golf. He probably never played a full round of golf. But
or does he?
Or does he? Or does he? Or does he? That's good. To promote like Tiger Woods coming back after that car accident, he almost lost his life. Mm-hmm. He's actually dominating, which is crazy. But still, it's like I thought that commercial was really well done. Shout outs to Schoolboy Q and Nike and Tiger Woods.
Shout outs to them.
And just Nike always taking the risk of like promoting what's not what people believe to be or what is perceived to be not beauty. Like Nike takes that risk all the time. And I think that's dope too.
I can understand that. Or even going against the masses and being able to support what's right than what's popular.
Yeah.
So my new dialogue was that, and please, I apologize if I'm saying her name incorrectly, but Ketanji Brown, she is the first Black woman to be in the Supreme Court. So shout outs to her, making history, because we now see that there are strides in us being more implemented in this system that we feel like have been built against us, and now we're actually being a part of the system. So I think this is really a good look.
Honestly, I think the Supreme Court should be just a panel of Black women.
I love that.
I don't.
I honestly believe that Black
so
women, the ideals of Black women are the moral fabric of America. I think the only reason why we have any moral,
go ahead.
Any morals at all in America is because of Black women. They're most educated by rate. They're always the voice of reason. It would make sense.
Black women are great.
Also have grace, sternness, but grace at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like they would be perfect.
Black women are great.
Shout outs to you,
I
Blaze.
did not want to get myself involved in this conversation.
That's funny because you got yourself involved in that last conversation. You was just diving in like you was trying songs. I was like, this nigga is still going. He is going. But yeah, so shout outs to her and making history. And I'm just so happy again that we're able to be present in life-changing events. One was having the first Black president, and now we're able to see a Black woman entering the Supreme Court. So shout out to our lifetime. Things have been crazy,
Yo,
but we have seen change.
Oh, snap. We're getting political. I can't. You don't see her that much because she's really the one running the country.
Sure.
That makes so much sense to me now.
That makes so much sense now.
That's where she's doing.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Joe Biden just out here making, PR appearances,
Got it, because she busy. I'm gonna go.
She's
I'm gonna
actually the one that's,
You know what I'm
signing the
saying?
papers.
She
getting
reading.
stuff done.
Yeah, she reading. Are you guys? It's been a great show. Had an amazing time. Hope you guys had an amazing time as well. With our topics, with our conspiracy theories, we was diving in, and I hope you appreciate us, appreciating you, appreciating us. And with that being said, Greg, you want to let them know how you can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah. So you can follow the pod on Instagram and Twitter at just a convo_pod. I did once again change my Twitter name, and it's just back to Greg Nelson 26 because it had to be a little bit more professional. Because my name is my brand, so Greg Nelson 26 on both Twitter and Instagram if you want to talk to me.
So it's not Gregisms?
Nah.
That's very interesting. I didn't even notice that it changed.
I know, we had a whole Twitter conversation this morning.
We was going in.
Yeah.
That Greg, I was I'm actually pretty surprised we didn't even bring that up today.
Oh.
Well, if you follow us, you'll find out what we were talking about. And how you can find us.
I already said how to
Oh, you did?
But I'll say it again, at just a convo_pod.
Oh, my
Instagram and Twitter.
Mr. Red Money, you want to let them know how they can find you?
Just Google me. Google me and
He
you
back.
will see
Hey.
I did a very good impression of you last week.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere I am on social media. Check me out. If you Google me, the pod will pop up. Hey.
Sure will. I wish I had a unique name, yo. It's too late.
It's okay. I have a unique voice. I'm not worried.
Well, no, it is.
It's too late. My name is my name. But someone tried to search me on, someone just typed in my name to search me on LinkedIn, and I was the second one to pop up. Hey, let's go. That probably was just the algorithm.
Shout out to you, Greg, and being the second person on LinkedIn when they searched again. And my amazing individuals, you can find me on Twitter at gcarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. And with that being said, if you forgot today, if no one told you today, if you needed me to remind you today, if you woke up and you was feeling great because it was a beautiful day, I want you to always remember that I want you to go be great.
G-R-E-G.
Rent money.